Welcome back, everybody, to a new episode of the FC Monmouth podcast. Chris Dailey alongside Lucas Francis. Lucas, it's been a quick minute. It's been about a month and a half since
Wow.
we spoke. We were talking to Coach Hugh McDonald and assistant coach Evan Unger for the men's side last time out, but now we're back and we're just going to talk shop about the season and maybe a couple of goals and games that we're looking forward to. So happy to be with you, Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's hop right into it. I want to start with what I just mentioned about games that we're looking forward to. That's something we were talking quite a bit about. I know with the 732, of course, there's a lot going on, but just FC Monmouth in general. The men's are now playing in the league for clubs. If you haven't heard, you're living under a rock, but the men's are in a new league, and then the women's club, or the women's side of the club, is now in the Women's Premier Soccer League, which is a really popular league. Tons of U.S. women's national team players have played in the league, and it is the premier league besides the top two professional leagues for women's soccer in America. By far the largest semi-pro slash amateur, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to start off, Lucas, with the men's side. One game I'm really looking forward to at home this year: Kingston Stockade. I mean, everybody's going to say that, but Dennis Crowley, I talked to him many moons ago for the sports court. I was about 5 foot nothing. My voice sounded like this. And I spoke to him. Great guy. He has vividly documented every step of the way for him on how to build a club and what he did, showing his financials, being very upfront about losing money for the first couple of years is really awesome. And it helped a lot of people start clubs. I'm sure FC Monmouth even looked at that when they were starting and all those guys. So it'll be cool to welcome them into Kingston. Of course, I'm looking forward to the reverse fixture, but the home fixture is actually it's the first of the season. So it's May 18th, 6 p.m. at the Basie. It's going to be really fun, and I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, it should be a really good game. Yeah, Stockade, like the people around Stockade are like cool too. Their whole supporters group. God, I can't remember the name.
Dutch Guard.
Dutch Guard,
Do you
yes.
know about it?
I know a bunch of Dutch Guard people from the Red Bull games, so should be good. Maybe I'll convince them to slide down for the weekend if the Red Bulls aren't playing.
Yeah, I think that would be really fun if we could get the Dutch Guard in town. I know they have a great stadium too. They've been out of
Yeah.
it now for a year or two because it was getting renovation. So it's now renovated. I want to say they're playing there. So that reverse fixture is going to be fun. But Lucas, women's side, I know there's there's so many great home games. It's the first season in the WPSL. Of course, they're all going to be hype. But which one are you looking forward to the most? Any specific date on that calendar?
I mean, the one that pops out to me is June 7th, doubleheader.
Oh.
That is a little bit. I don't remember if we had a doubleheader last year.
I don't think we did,
I don't think we did, no.
and it wasn't official, if anything, because the women's were playing just friendlies last year.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, June 7th doubleheader, the women being the headliner, give them some attention. I think that would be a really fun day in
Yeah.
general.
So,
Full 3 hours of uninterrupted soccer madness.
yeah. So the women's are you said the headliner. They're at 7:30, and that's on June 7th. The men are at
Men are 4:30.
4:30, and the women's are playing the Delaware Ospreys FC. So I think the women's are gonna have a great year. I mean, there's a lot of talent on that team, and
They were dominating teams last year, even teams that were really high up in
yeah,
WPSL.
yeah,
We
they
were
did
cooking them.
really well. I mean, they were scoring for fun. And I mean, there's so many top talents in Monmouth County. It just kind of goes to show, like, girls soccer in Monmouth County is one of the best counties in all of the United States in terms of producing a quantity and also a high quality of players. So that should be really fun. And now for away fixtures, I be quite honest. Besides Kingston, I was like, okay, what am I thinking for away? Wasn't too sure. I always like going to Atlantic City, so I wanted to say May 31st to Atlantic City FC. I just think they have a nice setup down there. But I'm going to have to go to July 5th, going to Met Oval. I think,
No, Med
or
Oval's
excuse me,
July
that's July
12th.
12th. Okay, July 12th. And my Braveheart, rather, on July 5th. I really sold on that. But no, July 5th, because Braveheart's in Long Island. And
Yeah.
I think going to the city-ish, I don't think Long Island, you can say what
Med
you want
Oval
about
is
it.
a really cool stadium. Like you see the whole city from it.
Yeah,
It's actually really cool.
because I couldn't go to the Philly game last year. I don't know about you.
No, I didn't go to the Philly one.
I went 2 years ago, and that was cool because I still went there because the Philly Union Development Academy. We played a different team there. I think we played Westchester or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was Westchester. They were like it was a different facility though. It was like more on their practice
So yeah, so
facility.
when we played Philly Union, whatever it was, the Development Academy, that was pretty much under the bridge. Um,
Yeah, that was next to the stadium.
yeah, but then when we played Westchester, it was at their facility, which is cool because you get to see where Kevin Sullivan probably lived, like
Mm.
all the
Yeah, my
houses.
FC.
Yeah, it's like good sports, but just for Philly Union, which is
Mm.
really awesome. The amount of money they put into it is pretty cool to see.
Yeah, it's like a residential facility, I think, too.
Yeah, like
I think
so
they house
kids
some people there.
kids live there, a bunch of different apartments and stuff. That's cool to see. But I would like to go to the city. July 5th should be pretty fun, and yeah, that is definitely one I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that one, or yeah, like Atlantic City. I actually just I like how Atlantic City's set up, like you said, and then I like to the most fascinating part is like the planes flying over top. I don't know if you ever noticed that,
Mhm.
but Atlantic City Airport's like it's pretty close to it, and they do fighter jets like training and stuff over there. So like you could see like the fighter, it looks like straight out of Top Gun. See all the fighter
Okay.
jets doing flips and stuff over above is really cool.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't go last year. I want to. I don't even know if we played them away, but I will say I went a couple years ago. It was at Rowan, which was nice pitch, nice setup, and Atlantic City. We also have the most history with them, so I think
Mhm.
in that
Yeah.
aspect, it's a club I'm most familiar with, and that's why I'm looking forward to it. Just because you kind of know the faces by now, you know that Monmouth and Atlantic City have always been kind of neck and neck. They're about even on the
Yeah, we're
the,
pretty
the
much
pitch.
even with them.
Yeah, I think this year though, with the talent Monmouth has been bringing in, should be able to get ahead. I know we got an Ocean Township guy now on the team. How about that?
What do you mean? We had Andrew last
Well,
year.
we had Andrew, but we got another one.
Who?
Did we not have Sony?
Oh my God! Yeah, I forgot. I forgot about
That's
Tassoni.
your
I
that
forgot
should
about
be
him.
your goat, man. He was like a high school
Dude,
player too,
dude, I
scoring
forgot.
bikes for fun.
I forgot. I was thinking he was still in Jackson.
So yeah, when we signed, I thought that when we signed him, I was like, wow. I mean, I'll take
Yeah,
that every day of the week. He scored
I thought he
against
was
us
still.
last year at home.
Yeah, I
Um,
thought he was still in Jackson.
hey man, the league for
I'll take
clubs.
him.
It's the place to be.
Proven goal scorer.
Let's go. Well, yeah, Tassoni's a huge pickup. He's currently at Seton Hall. Was a great player. I think he scored 22 goals his senior year at Ocean, but
So, yeah, he broke 100 points
needless
for
to
sure.
say, he's one of the greatest players in the short conference recent history, and he's a huge pickup for the team. Now, for the women's side, we haven't really discussed the away fixtures yet. One I am looking forward to has to be Real Central. I think we played them before. Real Central is a team that's pushing to go professional. So when you want to
Oh
talk about,
yeah,
yeah, when you want to talk about a setup,
that's big news.
it is, and you talk about a setup and a club that we also just have history with. We played them for friendlies, both men's and women's, in the past couple years. Great owner, great, just a great group overall, and also probably the top team in the WPSL that we're going to play. I think they probably have the most amount of talent besides us. So looking, and don't hold me to that one. But looking forward to playing them, and that away fixture is June 17th at 7 p.m.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to both home and away versus Penn Fusion.
Mm,
And their youth teams are really good. I know girls academy and boys. They might have like an MLS next team. Pretty sure they have like a GA girl set up that they get a lot of players from. So that should just be a really good team, competitive, probably young too. I'm assuming.
yeah.
So could be interesting to see.
Yeah, that is interesting. I know with the men's side, I am curious about that, especially with Met Oval, because that's an MLS Next club, right? And they've
Yeah.
produced, I mean, Jake LaCava, who was a Red Bulls product, now ripping it up down with San Antonio in the USL. He actually had a great game against the Oakland Roots at the Coliseum with, the 30 some thousand people that were there. And I was watching that and I was like, Jake LaCava. And he's a Met Oval guy. So they produced professional caliber players, tons of D1 players. That's going to be a young team, but a team that on
It's probably gonna be
paper,
similar to the Philly team.
I think that Met Oval team could probably give us a run for our money.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going to be a really hard matchup, but not to say that I don't think FC Monmouth can win. I think FC Monmouth can win every game we play, and I genuinely mean that too this year. But yeah, I think they're going to be a really stellar squad.
Yeah, Mid Oval should be really good. Penn Fusion should be good. What's it called? We play SJEB too for the women's. I know
Hmm.
they're a big MLS Next GA setup, ECNL. Um, that should be a good game too.
Yeah, it should be. And now, Lucas, I'm just curious because we, as you might be able to pick up while watching this podcast, we kind of were just like, let's just talk about the schedule a little, have the pictures up, and just yap for a little bit. And we just wanted to talk about FC Monmouth because why not? I'm curious for you. What are some things you're looking forward to for the year on a personal level? I know you. I don't know what this year is. This year 4 now at the club or year 3?
Four, yeah, four.
Okay, so I think we're in the same boat then. But yeah, like, what are you looking forward to just in terms of starting up anything you want to do this year?
I mean, dude, I'm excited that there's 10 home games now. Straight doubled it.
I agree. That was really
That's
weird. I don't know why I did that, but I agree. I totally agree.
yeah, now 10 home games. That's really fire. We might be cooking something up soccer wise. Get the community involved a little bit.
Yeah.
To be announced.
Dude, I don't think I can go to that, by the way.
Really?
I don't want to say it on air, but I don't. It's fine, though. It's not a big deal at all.
I think
Um,
we might be doing two, so
okay. You better
maybe just
because I want
maybe
to go. I would win.
you wouldn't, dude.
Bro, the TSC Futsal League players would beat your
Are you kidding?
goofball squad.
Dude, the team I could assemble from Ocean is.
Me, Patillo.
Are you serious? Patillo isn't nothing.
What? Patillo, his right foot is actually like the greatest. Or
No. No,
okay.
no, 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 no.
With that being said, for me personally, I'm also looking forward to 10 games because announcing like 5 games is great, but I felt gypped a little bit this past year, and it's partly my own fault. It's because I couldn't go to one game, so immediately I'm down to 4. I was on a trip and couldn't get out of that, so down to 4 games. Then the stream just totally doesn't work for one
I
half, so
remember that.
we're down to 3.5. And then for another game, the stream goes out, like my audio goes out for 30 minutes. So I probably announced about 3.25 games, which is not really a lot in the grand scheme of things last summer. And I mean, I wrote a lot, I talked about the team a lot, but in terms of like actually play by play announcing, I don't know, man. I haven't really talked about that to anybody within the club because I'm a mellow guy. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh,
You're nonchalant.
yeah, it is what it is, right? Like it kind of you just gotta. It's lower league soccer. Like nothing's ever gonna be perfect, but it will be this summer. Everything will be much better. So,
Is it gonna? How's the Notre Dame press box?
oh man, compared to Count Basie, that's like comparing a. Oh, what metaphor could I even use to describe that? Let's just say,
The Ferrari compared to a Fiat.
yeah, it's it's like comparing a something really rugged and old to something like brand freaking new and like
Brand new.
beautiful. And brand new, I'm talking about Count Basie. I mean, that place is the place of dreams. Are you kidding me? No,
The
I
theater of
actually
dreams, as they call it.
Count Basie, you walk into the press box and you got the rust, you got the dust, and it's just like, yes,
It's character.
this is character. It builds character, and I miss it, man. We get free buffets out at Notre Dame, free food when you walk into the press box. You gotta fight for your food. I remember
Yeah.
going to the lines at halftime and I'm cutting little kids at the FC Monmouth games because I'm like, I need to get back up there. I gotta get my pizza. I didn't care, so it's a
I
lot
go.
different. But yeah,
I go claim my free walking taco.
oh,
The nice ladies in the snack stand give me a walking taco every game.
so you think the walking taco is back? That's the big question.
That's the question on the people's mind.
Yeah.
It's very good, honestly.
Hmm.
I really like it.
Yeah. I
I'm
can't
not
say I've had
normally a
it.
big Dorito guy, but it's actually pretty good.
Okay. Well, the issue is I don't have time to eat a taco during half. That's the only time I could eat.
It's not a taco, Chris. It's in a Dorito bag. Do you know what a walking taco is?
I guess not. I thought it was a taco that like has little feet
No,
attached to it.
no, 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 no. It's you
Okay,
take the
let's see.
Dorito bag, right?
We're looking it up. A walking. Oh, and you just put taco meat in there
You put taco meat in there. You put your guacamole. You put
with
your
Dorito
salad,
chips.
tomatoes, onions. Yes,
Yo,
dude, it's
what?
so good.
I'm not eating that. I'm sorry.
Dude, what? That's what they eat down south. That's like a southern thing. I'm pretty sure.
I don't care if they eat it down
Phenomenal.
south. I'm
It's
from Jersey, bro.
phenomenal, dude. It's phenomenal.
You're going. Wait, we haven't talked about this on the podcast. Lucas Francis is going to Tampa.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. We saw the post, okay? It's not alleged anymore. Lucas, walk us through the decision, convincing Sean Francis to let you go, and then, of course, any plans for now that you're going down to be a Spartan.
Dude, Spartan legacy. Once a Spartan, you're always a Spartan. I don't even know how to convince him, honestly. I mean, I'm very thankful that I did because it's going to be amazing. I
Yeah.
mean, hopefully I can get involved with the Rowdies. Tampa Bay Sun, the women's professional team, is literally, I think it's like a 5-minute walk away from
Wow.
me. Like it's basically on campus. Um, Buccaneers are right around the corner. The hockey team,
Tampa Bay Lightning?
Tampa Bay Lightning,
Bro, L ball knowledge. Oh my goodness.
dude, but their games are packed. Like they're
Yeah,
like a
no.
big thing down there.
They've won a couple cups the past couple years, man. They're a
I know,
good
dude,
freaking
it's like a
team.
big thing down there. We were just walking around. We saw so many people walk around in their gear. I
They're
saw
good.
more
People like
Tampa
winners,
Bay.
man. People support winners.
I saw more Tampa Bay Lightning gear than any other gear in that city.
Wow.
And then two, I saw more Tampa Bay Lightning gear than any Red Bulls gear, any Devils gear, any Giants gear that I've ever seen here.
Hmm. Yeah. That's interesting.
Crazy.
Very interesting. So Tampa, beautiful school. Been down there myself for my brother when he was visiting. Didn't end up going there, but I mean, great school. Um, Club soccer or no? Is that
Yeah, dude, their club soccer team's like really good. They're in
yeah?
the it's called like CCS. I think it's just collegiate club soccer.
Okay.
But they're in like the regional finals or something down in Virginia this weekend or
Oh
something.
wow.
Like they're really good apparently.
Their Division 2 team is very good because
Oh yeah?
if you're recruiting and it's Tampa at the
Mhm.
Division 2
Oh,
level,
it's not that hard.
it's not hard to recruit at all. They
I
get
was looking at the
great
I was looking at the
people.
roster. It's all like Scandinavians.
Yeah, some Spanish
Almost like
kids.
Monmouth U.
Yeah,
Scandinavians.
we're not gonna call out Coach Hugh, man.
You just likes the Scandinavians, I guess.
I guess so. But yeah, I noticed that. There's a couple international kids on that team. Club team's very good. Will Traborta plays on it. He was a Ocean
Yeah,
Township
he went
player.
to GCU for like a year or something.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
good guy. And I mean,
Yeah.
great player, great foot skill. So he's on the team. And then USL's in town, which is cool. USL headquarters. But good for you,
Yeah.
Lucas. FC Monmouth congratulates you, and I'm gonna
Thanks.
say it on behalf of FC Monmouth.
I
But
don't is there a league team in Tampa?
I couldn't tell you about Florida or the other divisions, to be quite honest. I've only been focused on the East. I do know, though, that the league partnered with a bunch of different clubs, and there is a team in Florida. I do know that. Um,
Searching it up right now.
the
It's
Hailstorm,
crazy.
by the way. What's
I
up?
know, I was just about to say that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so a former professional team, USL League One, Northern Colorado Hailstorm, is now in the league. That is lovely to see.
Yeah. I think that's a big get for the league too.
Oh, huge.
Especially with all those, I mean, they basically signed a whole league within itself. They kind of
Yeah,
absorbed the whole league.
of MPL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we got a Florida team here. We got a team in Tallahassee, and we got a team in Pensacola.
Pensacola and
Who are
Tallahassee. There's two
Pensacola
teams in
FC?
Pensacola. There's actually two teams in Pensacola.
Well, Pensacola FC is also in the WPSL. Their women's team is great, very dominant, two-time national champs.
They got to get Tampa Bay Sun. Apparently, they're like really good. Not Tampa Bay
Gotcha.
Sun. That's the women. That's the women's team. It's a professional team.
Tampa.
Tampa Bay United. I mean,
Okay,
they're really good. Like MLS next team.
gotcha. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the year. Lots going on, and yeah, Lucas, I have maybe a couple more questions, but I can't think of them on the spot. But yeah, I
U.S.
mean,
national team related.
what's up?
The fall of the U.S. national team.
I don't even want to talk about that. I mean, that just disappoints me. Like,
Yeah.
it's constant disappointment. And I think the issue, I'm going to ask you the issue. I'm going to answer my own question first. My main issue with U.S. soccer is it's kind of like the stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again and thinking that it'll produce it. I don't, whatever that quote is from Einstein, right? You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
If you do the same thing over and over again and you keep expecting different results, that's stupidity.
Mhm.
I feel like that's the U.S. Everybody blames the coach. They blame Greg. And I'm not going to stand here and say Greg was the greatest manager in the world because he was not. He was, yeah, he was not, okay? But Potts is a great manager. Comes down to players, right? I've said for years now, the heart of this team compares nothing when you compare it to 2014. And that's the
Of
team that got me
course.
in love with soccer. Like I was an 8, 9 year old kid. That's my first vivid memory watching soccer. Is actually seeing that team. I remember
Yeah,
watching.
2015 World Cup team was
Could
something
I
else.
still remember watching the Belgium game? I still remember watching the Portugal game. Those are two times where it's ingrained in my head. Wow, like I love this sport. That team had so much fight to it. I don't see it from the players, so that's number one. And then number two is I think at a youth level, it's America's gotten a lot better, but eventually it comes to a point when you're like 15, 16 that other countries are overtaking us because America usually beats teams at the youth level, perhaps more athletic, you could say,
Mhm.
but they're doing their job up until they're like 15, 16 years old, and then other countries just skyrocket upwards,
You can
and
see it with like
America plateaus.
yeah, you can see with like a tournament like take the GA Cup for example. I think that kicks off like this week or whatever. Up until like you said, like U16, U15, and like the MLS academies are winning that.
Yeah.
And then you see it go up to Man City's winning it, Atletico, Dortmund, Flamenco, some of those other teams.
Yeah, so I think a huge reason why is because eventually, when those countries catch up physically, athletically, perhaps, and they get those kids, but they also have kids who there's like the 10,000 hour rule, right? You have to
Mhm.
spend 10,000 hours at something to be a master at it. And it was in the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. Great book. And I have a feeling that American kids don't touch the ball enough. And I'm not saying this is the case for every single kid, and I know academies are great, but they're super structured in the way they train. I think we should be training more individuals. We need to focus on the individual rather than the team. And like at a youth level, even me as a kid, I had some coaches who were like, play this way and we'll win the game. Is that the point of youth soccer? I think the point of youth soccer is developing these kids individually. Greatest coach I ever had, Nick Chappelle. It's all he cared about. And we stunk at times. I mean, we lost a lot of games. But on those 3 years of me being learning under him, it's the only reason I was like a decent high school player is because of him, and I credit him for loving soccer as well. But he cared about the individuals rather than team success. Eventually, when you reach a certain age, that's when you start caring about winning. But I know people will say this, like American soccer officials are going to say, "Well, we care about individuals," but like it's about what you show rather than what you
Yeah.
say. But now, ball is in your hands, Lucas. Tell me the issue with American soccer.
The issue, which we're the most qualified people to talk about this, of course, we know everything about American soccer. Our opinion is the right opinion.
Of course,
I
I will.
think it's I think that there's no grit. I heard Clint Dempsey say the same thing kind of, so I'm kind of stealing his opinion, but I agree with it. Like if you think back to the 2014 World Cup, Clint Dempsey, Jermaine Jones, Kyle Beckerman, Graham Zusi, they all kind of had that dog in them. They had grit. Now, like, I'm not saying that some other players don't. Like, I would say Anthony Robinson has that. Diego Luna definitely showed that in the last window. But like, you took guys that were struggling. I don't want to say in the projects, but like they're not coming from
Yeah,
some amazing backgrounds. They're not coming
Eddie
from the
Johnson, great example.
yeah. They're not coming from whatever academy team. They're not like they're building their way up. They're grinding their way up. So I
Yeah.
feel like the issue is now like these players they feel kind of entitled to play for the national team.
Well,
Like
I'm curious, Lucas, and I don't mean to say this, but do you think it's a lot of people who maybe don't know that what Americans want to see is kind of this like, for lack of a better term, or I'm gonna find a better term because I don't want to say it on air. I'm gonna say something that might have had a curse word, but like, this freaking like 110% play
yeah,
style. Is it just because they don't understand that's American sports culture and they're not embodying that on the pitch?
yeah. I don't know. It's just like I don't know. I get what you're saying, but for me, it's just like I feel like they don't want to be there. They feel like entitled, like, oh, just because I'm playing for Juventus, yeah, I need to get called up.
Weston
Like,
McKinney just got called out by Lucas Francis.
and it's not even Weston McKennie. It could be Tim Weah. Like, it could be. It's any of those.
I
It's
mean,
any of
there's
those
only
guys.
two.
Like, it's any of those guys.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they feel entitled to be called up, which is fine. Like 9 times out of 10, they're gonna get called up anyway because that's just how it works. I do like that Poch is. He's not only like, yeah, you play in Europe, you're getting called up. Like, no, like if you're not getting PT in Europe, you're not gonna play. I don't think Gio Reyna played as second in any of these two Nations League games.
Hmm.
Like, if you're not playing, you're not gonna play. So I very respect that he's doing that, and like he's giving these guys like Diego Luna a chance, Brian White. Who's that guy from
PDA
Charlotte?
guy, Brian White, by the way. Oh,
Oh yeah,
Aubameyang or whatever.
not Bam, but Patrick something from Charlotte.
He was a Division 3 guy who worked his way up. Great
Yeah,
story.
that
His
that's
last
what we
name
need.
sounds like Aubameyang or looks like Aubameyang, but it's not. I know.
Yeah, I can't.
Patrick Achip. I don't know. I really don't because I didn't watch that game that he scored in, so I
Yeah, I can't pronounce
didn't
it.
pick up on it. But
Yeah.
regardless, we don't need to talk about how little soccer knowledge we have now that we just exposed ourselves. But I agree with you, Lucas. And I think these players all have like talent. It's just about maybe the system instilled within the U.S. soccer culture, within the team itself. Like who is going to step up and be that guy? Listen, I love Pulisic, and I think Pulisic's one of the guys who does play with that grit. Actually, I know
He
that's
does, yeah.
that's a hot take. I don't know why it's a hot take though. We saw it against Iran in the World Cup. We've seen it with everything he's done since he's 17. He's been the one guy
Mhm.
who's stepped up consistently, and he's a quiet leader. But I wonder if it's time to move on to a different captain because they've stuck with
It
Pulisic.
is.
I think
I
it's
think it
Tyler
is.
Adams' turn or someone else. I know Adams doesn't play consistently enough. I
I
just think it
think
should
it
be a more vocal guy
I think it definitely would have been Adams, like, more recently if like, he's just been injured, though, for the last
forever.
almost year and a half. Like, he's
Yeah.
been injured for a long time. Like, yeah, like, don't get me wrong, Pulisic is that guy. He is a top 3 player on the pitch pretty much any given day for that team, I would say. Um, but yeah, he's not the captain. Like,
Yeah. And
I feel
there is
like
something to be said about leading by example, which he does. Don't,
Mhm.
but I do think it needs to be someone who has just a little more fire in their personality. And that's the great thing about Pulisic. He's so level-headed. That's why he's such a great player. He's a big
Oh,
chess
yeah,
guy,
he's
right? And that's what makes him one of the top, one of the top American players of all time, the top American player of all time, in my opinion. Um,
whoa.
besides, well, we could get into this debate. I don't know who you think it is, but I have my own goat.
I mean, I think Pulisic, I would definitely say is top 3, but in my opinion, it's gotta be Clint Dempsey's number 1.
Tim Howard doesn't get enough love in these top
Oh,
conference, by the
yeah,
way. But
you could
also,
I
uh,
just wasn't thinking of goalies, honestly, in
that's
my head.
fair. No, that's
I always
fair.
forget about a goalie.
But I'm not gonna go Tim Howard. What you know about Bert Patnaud?
That's way before my Sean
Nin-
Francis came out about that.
1930 World Cup, first ever World Cup hat trick. Just a kid from Fall River. Scored 3 goals. The first hat trick in World Cup history against Paraguay, July 7th, 1930. He is my U.S. soccer GOAT. And that is all she wrote. I think we're going to sign off here, Lucas. We've gone on a tangent. But it was a pleasure talking to you. Make sure to like and subscribe. And check out all the games that we were talking about earlier in the show. It's going to be a lot of fun this year, especially that doubleheader. Go to fcmonmouth.com. You can go to the ticket tab there and follow us at We Are Monmouth. We will see you
Now on
guys.
Sports Illustrated tickets.
Yeah. Also, yes, Sports Illustrated tickets. We'll see you guys in the next one.